Hello, brothers, and welcome to Sigma Old Man Channel. God doesn't make mistakes, but he does make exceptions. Some men are born to lead, others to follow. But Sigma males, they exist in a category so rare it's almost divine, like finding a four-leaf clover in a concrete jungle. Here's a fact to blow your mind. Only about 10% of men exhibit Sigma traits, making them more exclusive than a VIP club where even the bouncers don't know the password. But why were they created this way? What's the purpose behind their enigmatic design? These men aren't just different for the sake of it. They're wired to move through life like shadows, commanding respect without saying a word and shattering norms without breaking a sweat. Stick around and you'll discover why Sigma males are less random creation and more God's secret weapon in a world that desperately needs them. And trust me, if you're here to uncover the mystery, you're already on the right path. Number 1, designed to be both leader and lone wolf. Sigma males are an enigma because they blur the lines between a leader and a loner, embodying the best of both worlds without fitting neatly into either. They don't crave authority, yet people naturally gravitate toward them. It's not because they demand attention or force their way into the spotlight. It's because their quiet confidence and sharp instincts make them impossible to ignore. They carry an energy that says, I don't need anyone, but if you want to follow, that's on you. What makes them so unique is their ability to lead without ever asking for control. Unlike traditional leaders who thrive on validation and loyalty, Sigma males are indifferent to it. They don't need a crowd to feel important. They could be on their own, handling business in the shadows, and still get things done. Their influence lies in their actions, not their words. They're the type who will solve a problem no one else even noticed, leave no trace of how they did it, and move on as if it never happened. What's fascinating is that their leadership isn't born out of charisma or charm. It's rooted in competence. People don't follow them because they're likable. They follow them because they know the Sigma male has a plan, even if he doesn't explain it. That's where the paradox comes in. They reject traditional roles of authority but end up being leaders because they are too capable not to be. They're not interested in controlling others, but their ability to handle chaos, think strategically and stay calm under pressure naturally puts them in charge. It's a power that's both understated and undeniable, the kind of leadership that doesn't need applause or titles to make an impact. Number 2, proof that power doesn't need a spotlight. True power doesn't announce itself, it's felt. Sigma males embody this concept so effortlessly that their very existence challenges society's obsession with visibility and validation. While others chase applause, titles, or social clout, Sigma males move through life like a whisper with the impact of a thunderclap. They don't need to broadcast their achievements. Their results speak for themselves, often louder than the noisiest self-promoter ever could. What sets them apart is their ability to achieve monumental things without a single spotlight. They don't need external acknowledgement to know their worth, and this detachment from recognition allows them to focus entirely on the work itself. Whether they're building an empire, solving complex problems, or quietly influencing those around them, they excel with a precision that doesn't crave attention. Their actions ripple through the world without the fanfare, leaving a legacy that's both profound and enduring. This silence isn't shyness or modesty, it's strategy. Sigma males understand that the loudest person in the room is rarely the smartest. By operating in the shadows, they sidestep distractions, avoid unnecessary drama, and maintain an edge that others can't touch. Their power lies in being underestimated, in letting their work and character do all the talking while they remain one step ahead of everyone else. In a world obsessed with flashy displays of power, Sigma males are a stark reminder that greatness isn't about how many people are watching. It's about the impact you leave behind. They fulfill a purpose that goes beyond ego, proving that the most extraordinary lives are often lived quietly, away from the noise, yet felt everywhere. Number 3, silent warriors of purpose. Sigma males are not here for the trivial or the shallow. They're wired for something far deeper. Everything they do carries weight because they operate with a purpose that's almost unnerving in its intensity. While the world gets distracted by fleeting trends, hollow ambitions, or shallow pursuits, Sigma males remain steadfast, their eyes locked on what truly matters. Their sense of purpose isn't just strong, it's unshakable, like it was etched into their very being. What makes this so powerful is their ability to filter out the noise. They don't waste time chasing applause, trying to fit in or proving their worth to anyone. That's not their game. Their goals come from within, driven by a mission that feels almost predestined, and because they don't dilute their focus with unnecessary distractions, their efforts hit harder, cut deeper, and leave a lasting impact. This clarity can be intimidating to others. It's not that Sigma males are trying to outshine anyone, they're simply playing on a different level. Their moves are calculated, their time is sacred, and their energy is spent only on things that align with their core purpose. Whether they're building, creating, or dismantling systems that no longer serve, everything they do is intentional. Society's approval means nothing to them because they measure success differently. It's not about how many people notice them, it's about how true they stay to their mission. In a world filled with people chasing the next shiny thing, Sigma males stand apart as silent warriors, cutting through the chaos with a focus so sharp it could leave you speechless. They don't just live, they live with meaning, leaving behind a legacy that's as profound as it is quietly unstoppable. Number 4, created to disrupt comfort zones. Sigma males were never meant to blend in or play it safe. Their very existence feels like a deliberate challenge to the world's comfort zones. While others build their lives around stability and routine, Sigma males thrive on disruption, not in a chaotic, reckless way, but with a calculated intention to push the boundaries of what's possible. They're the ones who ask the uncomfortable questions, break the unspoken rules, and shatter norms that everyone else blindly accepts. Their ideas and lifestyle are anything but ordinary. They don't follow the typical path because they see no value in walking trails already worn out by the crowd. Instead, they carve new roads, even if it means walking alone. Their unorthodox ways might rattle people, but that's exactly the point. They force those around them to reevaluate their beliefs, their systems, and even their own choices. Stagnation isn't just unacceptable to a Sigma male, it's the enemy. But here's the thing. Their disruption isn't loud or abrasive. They don't kick down doors or demand attention. They subtly dismantle what doesn't work and replace it with something better. It's almost surgical, this ability to identify what's holding others back and flip it on its head. They thrive in the space between what's comfortable and what's necessary, and they're not afraid to make people uncomfortable if it means progress. God placed Sigma males on Earth as catalysts for change, not because it's easy, but because it's essential. They challenge the status quo without apology, and while their methods might make others uneasy, the end result is often a better, stronger, more evolved world. They weren't made to fit in. They were made to shake things up, and they do it with precision, purpose, and an undeniable sense of resolve. Number 5, the quiet protectors of values. Sigma males don't need to stand on a soapbox or throw around moral lessons. They are the lesson. Their actions, not their words, define them. They live by a code so unshakable that it puts others' superficial values under a magnifying glass. Integrity, honor, and self-reliance aren't just ideals to them. They're non-negotiables embedded in their very being. What's remarkable is that they never push these values on anyone else. They simply live them out, and in doing so make everyone around them pause and reflect. It's this quiet strength that sets them apart. While others might preach about doing the right thing, a Sigma male doesn't bother with the talk. He just does it. He'll return the wallet no one saw him pick up, hold himself accountable when it would be easier not to, and face his battles head-on without expecting anyone to save him. It's not for show. It's because anything less would betray his own standards. This silent commitment to values often leaves people in awe and sometimes a little uncomfortable. It's not easy to measure up when someone's mere existence highlights how far you've strayed from your own principles. But that's the beauty of a Sigma male. Without ever saying a word, he inspires others to take a harder look at themselves. In a world that often glorifies shortcuts and compromises, Sigma males are like a rare breed of protectors. They're not loud about their convictions, but they stand firm when it matters most. And while they might not be looking to lead or change others, their unwavering commitment to living authentically is a quiet reminder that true strength lies in staying loyal to your values, no matter how tempting it is to let them slip. Number 6, guardians of the unspoken truths. Sigma males don't tiptoe around reality, and they certainly don't sugarcoat it. They're the ones who call things as they see them, no matter how uncomfortable the truth might be. It's not about being rude or confrontational. It's about being real. In a world drowning in shallow pleasantries and veiled dishonesty, Sigma males are like a slap of cold water to the face. They don't engage in small talk because it feels like a waste of time and false flattery. That's just another form of deceit to them. Their honesty cuts through the noise, often leaving people stunned, sometimes offended, but always thinking. It's not that they're trying to hurt feelings, they just don't see the point in playing along with illusions. If something's broken, they'll say it. If someone's slacking, they'll point it out. And if an idea is flawed, they'll dissect it without hesitation. But here's the twist: their brutal honesty isn't rooted in arrogance or malice. It's fueled by a desire for clarity and progress. They believe in tearing down falsehoods to make room for something better. This fearless approach to truth-telling often makes them the voice people didn't know they needed, but secretly respect. While others dance around difficult conversations, Sigma males dive straight in, exposing the unspoken truths most are too scared to face. It's as if they're carrying out a divine duty, cutting through the lies, challenging the status quo, and forcing growth in ways that only raw honesty can. And while their words might sting at first, they have a way of lingering, sparking change in the most unexpected ways. It's not easy to be the messenger of hard truths, but for Sigma males, it's just another part of the purpose they were built for. Number 7, born resilient, not perfect. Sigma males weren't built to glide through life unscathed. They were designed to face storms head on, not because they're flawless, but because they know how to rise no matter how hard they fall. Their strength isn't about never failing, it's about refusing to stay down. They wear their scars like badges of honor, each one a testament to battles fought and lessons learned. These aren't men who crumble under pressure, they bend, adapt, and come back sharper than before. What makes them different is their relationship with failure. To a Sigma male, setbacks aren't signs of defeat, they're blueprints for a better comeback. They take the hits, analyze what went wrong, and use the experience to refine their approach. There's no wallowing, no self-pity, and certainly no need for external validation. They understand that the world doesn't owe them comfort, and they've made peace with the idea that growth often requires pain. This resilience isn't something they learned from books or motivational speeches. It's carved into their very being. It's why they don't seek sympathy or lean on others for support. They trust in their own ability to navigate through the chaos, knowing that every challenge is just another step toward becoming stronger. But don't mistake their resilience for invincibility. They feel the pain, the frustration, and the weight of every obstacle, but they channel it into fuel rather than letting it consume them. They're not perfect, and they don't pretend to be. Instead, they've mastered the art of using imperfections and hardships as tools to build an unshakable foundation. In a world that often prizes appearances over substance, Sigma males remind us that true strength comes not from a smooth path, but from surviving the roughest terrains and still moving forward. Number 8, naturally attractive without effort. There's something magnetic about Sigma males, and the irony is they're not even trying. While others meticulously craft their image or chase attention, Sigma males couldn't care less. And that's exactly what makes them so captivating. Their confidence isn't loud or boastful, it's calm, understated, and deeply rooted in self-awareness. They know who they are, and they don't feel the need to prove it to anyone. This quiet assurance naturally draws people in, almost as if their energy commands respect without ever asking for it. Then there's the mystery. Sigma males don't spill their life story to everyone they meet, and that makes them fascinating. People can't quite figure them out, and in a world obsessed with oversharing, their reserved nature feels like a breath of fresh air. It's not a game of playing hard to get, it's just who they are. They live authentically in their own space, and that self-containment is irresistibly intriguing. What sets them apart is that their appeal doesn't rely on flashy looks or superficial charm. Sure, some might have those, but that's not the core of their allure. It's their presence, the way they walk into a room with a quiet but undeniable authority, the way they listen more than they speak, and the way their actions consistently align with their values. They don't need to be the center of attention because, let's face it, the attention naturally gravitates toward them anyway. The beauty of their attractiveness is that it's effortless and genuine, not something crafted for approval. It feels almost divine, as if they have been wired to captivate without lifting a finger. And while they may not actively seek admiration, they end up getting it anyway, proving that sometimes the most appealing thing you can do is simply stay true to yourself. Number 9, catalysts for change in silence. Sigma males don't make a spectacle of change. They quietly, almost imperceptibly, tear down outdated systems and replace them with something stronger, more efficient, and often more sustainable. They don't need the spotlight to make a difference. In fact, they avoid it. Their method is less about grand gestures and more about strategic, behind-the-scenes influence. They prefer to work in the shadows, where their actions speak louder than any words ever could. What makes them so impactful is their ability to see what others miss. While everyone else is focused on the noise of the moment, Sigma males are observing, analyzing, and planning their next move. They know that real transformation doesn't happen overnight, it's a process. And they're perfectly content with working in silence, knowing that their small, deliberate changes will eventually snowball into something much bigger than anyone can anticipate. Their influence doesn't shout for attention, yet when it lands, it's seismic. People look back after a Sigma male has moved on and realize the massive shift he quietly orchestrated without fanfare or applause. It's the subtlety of their presence that often leaves the deepest mark. They don't need to declare their intentions or prove their worth. Their actions speak volumes, and the changes they instigate often ripple out long after they've walked away. This is the essence of their power, quiet but unyielding. Sigma males don't seek to control the narrative, they just rewrite it. Their legacy is built not on the attention they draw, but on the lasting impact they leave behind. They're catalysts for change who prefer to work in silence, but when they're done, the world is never the same. Number 10, masters of self-control. Sigma males are masters of self-control, and it's not a mere coincidence. It's as if they were designed with an almost divine discipline embedded in their very core. While the world around them is caught in a whirlwind of impulsive decisions and emotional chaos, they stand firm, rooted in an inner strength that allows them to govern their actions with unwavering precision. Their ability to control their emotions, time, and desires sets them apart in a world where most people are at the mercy of their own impulses. Their emotional resilience isn't about suppressing feelings or pretending to be stoic. It's about mastering them. Sigma males don't let their emotions dictate their actions. They feel deeply, but they don't react recklessly. Where others might lash out in frustration or give in to fleeting desires, they pause, analyze, and choose their response. It's this ability to make decisions from a place of calm rather than chaos that gives them a power most people can only dream of. Time is another area where their discipline shines. While others are easily distracted, overwhelmed by the noise of everyday life, Sigma males are hyper-focused on what matters. They know that time is the one thing you can never get back, so they guard it fiercely. Whether it's pursuing personal growth or achieving long-term goals, they don't waste a second on anything that doesn't align with their purpose. And when it comes to desires, Sigma males are not immune to temptation. They simply don't let it control them. They understand that true freedom comes from self-mastery, from being able to say no when necessary and choosing what truly aligns with their long-term vision. This level of self-control makes them nearly immune to self-sabotage. They are their own strongest ally, moving through life with deliberate action, avoiding the pitfalls that most fall into because they've mastered the art of restraint. It's a gift that allows them to rise above the noise, to stay focused, and to move toward their goals with unstoppable precision. Sigma males aren't just another archetype, they're a force of nature, shaped by an almost divine design to challenge, create, and lead in their own unique way. They don't need validation or loud declarations of their worth because their actions speak louder than words ever could. Whether it's their calm confidence, their relentless pursuit of purpose, or their ability to rise from failure stronger than before, Sigma males embody a quiet power that shifts the world around them. They resist the status quo not out of rebellion, but because they are innately wired to think, live, and build differently. Their influence is subtle yet seismic, with a legacy that lingers long after they've moved on. They disrupt comfort zones without making noise, inspire change without seeking credit, and embody principles like integrity and self-reliance with such grace that others can't help but follow suit. They don't just exist, they thrive in ways that others only dream of. Effortlessly attractive without even trying, masterfully controlling their emotions, time, and desires in a world that is anything but controlled. In the end, Sigma males are the quiet architects of change, reshaping the world in their own image, one small but meaningful step at a time. They don't need a spotlight because their impact is felt in the shadows, their power proven not in words but in the lasting, often unspoken difference they make. They are the living proof that true greatness doesn't need attention to be undeniable, it simply needs to exist. If you found this insight into the Sigma male journey as fascinating as we know you have, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content that goes beyond the surface. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. We love hearing from you, and if you think someone else needs to hear this, make sure to share it with them. Let's spread the power of Sigma males and keep the conversation going. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.